Welcome back to the Leftovers podcast. I'm Joe.
I'm Charlie.
And this is episode 6.
I believe so, yeah.
Yes, we've done very well. We've got our first video over 100 views as well.
We've kept consistent.
We've been consistent. We've actually done it. I've been more consistent on this channel than having my entire channel, my own channel. We've got 10 subscribers now. We've just passed 100 views on the first video as well, which is very good.
Good.
Yeah, I did check yesterday or this morning. I can't remember, but we did pass over 100.
Good start.
So it's going well at the moment. We're very happy at the moment.
Get all the others above 100.
But yeah, as well. Also subscribe, like the video as well. We really appreciate it. But we start off with an announcement. We have started up our own Twitter and Instagram accounts for the Leftovers podcast.
Yeah. They'll be in the description.
Yeah, so in the description below, go ahead, check them out. Follow them. We'll post behind the scenes stuff. We'll post stuff on Twitter, like what we could talk about potentially as well.
Ask you question stuff, maybe a few polls and that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, see what you guys are interested in. But yeah, go ahead, follow it. Follow both accounts. We really appreciate it. But the first topic, as always, football. I've been dreading this for the past few days. We're recording this on Wednesday.
I haven't.
Yeah, I know you haven't. But we're recording this on Wednesday. Let's start with Chelsea.
Yeah.
Because that was the first game of the weekend, wasn't it?
So, yeah.
And
Chelsea
Chelsea
debut, wasn't it?
Chilwell debut.
Goal and assist.
Full Premier League debut for Chilwell. Goal and assist. He's done very well in his debut for Chelsea.
Third player to score an assist.
I'm just saying you weren't very what's the word? You weren't like
optimistic.
Yeah, about Chilwell. You were more like.
I said going forward is good, but just defensively.
Yeah, that's true. But they kept a clean sheet. But no, Chelsea definitely looked much better this game.
Now they've got like most of their signs in. They've still got Pulisic.
And that, like I was about to say, they're starting getting their injury players now back. Pulisic came off the bench. So he'll probably start a bit more often. We might see Havertz a bit more centrally now as well. And
just like natural position.
Werner has been playing out wide recently.
I think he's better as a number 9 though, isn't he?
I think he's better as a striker. I think
when Pulisic and Ziyech come back.
When Pulisic comes back, he should move back in the forward role. But yeah, I think Chelsea did look much better. And they're now starting to gel better. Thiago Silva looks much better. He didn't make that mistake that cost them a goal against West Brom, but
yeah, he brings experience. He doesn't necessarily bring pace in that, but I mean,
no, he's just that leader that they kind of need. Obviously, he doesn't know English, but
he'll know the basics.
He'll know, I mean, Azpilicueta's there. I know he's Spanish, but they could still talk to each other. And then Azpilicueta could translate quickly to them or whatnot. To the other players, I mean.
Well,
I don't know how it works, but
it's Brazilian, isn't it? And he's Spanish.
But they could still speak.
I mean, they probably learned as a kid.
They probably still speak. A similarity. They probably still understand each other. But no, I think Chelsea looked much better.
Yeah, I think they'll go on I think they'll go on a little bit of a run or something.
Who have they got next after the international break?
I don't know.
Check.
When do we come back?
Is it Saturday for 17th? Southampton.
Yeah.
That could be a tough game for them, Could be a tough game for them. But yeah, Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Chelsea deserved to win. Crystal Palace.
Yeah, comfortable.
Sacco didn't have a great game. The former Liverpool defender. He probably had a better game than our defence, but we'll go on to that in a second. Everton,
yeah, still on a good run.
Still unbeaten. Are they the only unbeaten team in the league?
Yes. Actually, no, I'll say unbeaten. I don't know if it's unbeaten. I think it's unbeaten. They got 12 from 12.
They got 12 points out of 12.
No, Aston Villa are unbeaten. They've got a game in hand. 3 from 3.
Yeah. Oh God! What? Of course, it's Aston Villa.
Aston Villa.
Oh, why is it every time?
They spent,
we will get to it eventually, but Jesus.
They have spent. I think they're like.
They spent well.
They've spent much highest Premier League.
They've spent much better this season than they did last season, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it's because they just came up.
They bought Traore. They bought. We'll move on to that anyway. But Everton have also spent very well. Calvert-Lewin
continues his goal running form.
Been called up for England, and he's shown why he should.
Well deserved.
Who else? Rodriguez getting a brace.
Yeah, brace.
Did he get an assist?
Yeah, he did.
But yeah,
I'm very looking forward to the
Merseyside derby after the international break. I'm not, but
Yeah,
but no.
You've got to be positive, but I mean, not after that performance. But
no, but Pickford, he had a blunder.
Yeah.
He's had another blunder. If Everton won a challenge, they need another goalkeeper. They did sign.
You can't win a title.
They did sign Olsen on loan from Roma.
I do say this though. Last time Everton won their first 4 games of the season, they went on to win the league.
Yeah, but they haven't faced us, have they? Who have they faced? They faced who? Brighton, Crystal Palace,
Tottenham,
and
Southampton. I don't know. Let's have a look.
Was it Southampton?
They have faced. Where's Everton?
Brighton. They faced Brighton, Crystal Palace, Tottenham.
Brighton, Crystal Palace. They've also faced
West Brom. Yeah, was it 5-3?
Yeah,
West Brom. So realistically, they faced
Spurs,
somebody who is pretty much going to go down. They faced Tottenham, who is a challenge, but it was before they really made the major signings. Who else? And then Brighton, who's a meh team anyway, and who's the other one? We just mentioned them as well. That's so bad.
West Brom.
No, the one before. Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
I mean, they got away with it because it wasn't a penalty. So realistically, the first challenge will be the Merseyside derby. Not taking away from Tottenham, but the first challenge will be Merseyside derby. So if they win that, or if they do well in that, that's when I think we can start saying Everton are the real deal now.
It's just the fact that they've put on all 4 games they deserve to win. Well, I mean the Palace one is a bit meh, but apart from that, they were the better team. They were still the better team, but the way they won it was a bit sceptical. But everything else, fair play. If they beat Liverpool, they've got a very good chance.
Oh yeah, no, don't get me wrong.
Top 4 is definitely on the cards for them.
Oh yeah, well you predicted top 6, didn't you? So maybe you want to change the top 4.
Yeah, but I was a top 6, and you're like, but I was like. I tell you.
Well, it's only because of recently when they do make big signings, it doesn't work out for them. But I guess these are like, we're talking world class players now. We're not talking like, we talked Sigurdsson. I'm trying to think who else they signed. They signed strikers as well, Tosin and whatnot. But yeah, anyway, Leeds Man City. That was apparently a good game. I was at work, so I didn't get to see it, but that was apparently a good game.
Leeds might do like a Wolves. They'll get like top 8 or something.
I think Leeds will finish top half the table. I think people say that's a big like hot take. And I'm like, it's not really.
Yeah, Wolves
did it. Like I think Leeds done well.
Yeah. I know when you had the first game of the season against Liverpool, it wasn't like. They made it hard for Liverpool to win the game.
Oh no, yeah, I think
they made their statement.
I think we weren't great defensively, but not taking anything away from Leeds. They deserved something out of the game. They really made it hard for us.
Just shows that Bielsa brilliance.
But I'm just saying, Man City. I mean, I'm not obviously. We've also dropped points. We've got a loss, but Man City. I kind of stumbled in towards the beginning of the season. They've only won 1 in 3.
Yeah,
they won.
I don't want to make too early judgments because they could win the next 5 games. They've got a good mad run, like any team. But it's just at the start of the season, it's been pretty.
I mean, yeah, but you can say the same about Liverpool. They've lost against Aston Villa, but after the international break, we can just. You
never know. Cavani could be an absolute madness and break the number 7 curse for Man United. But
he can make it. He can make it 6-2 instead of 6-1. Yeah, great. Why don't we move on to the big games then? Because we don't really care about some of the other games, but. The big game. Well, Leicester lost 3-0 to West Ham. That was a bit of a surprise as well.
Arsenal's comfortable win.
Arsenal fine.
United Spurs. That's the first big one.
6-1.
Yeah.
Tottenham.
6-1. 1-0 up.
Jose proven to his former.
You see a picture of him smiling.
He's like, the camera.
He's like, put that camera on me.
It was brilliant.
He went there and you could just tell. In the press conferences, they're always like, I respect the team.
Yeah.
I know all the players.
But deep down,
players and all this, but deep down,
when it comes to when it actually comes to the game, it's like, I want to smash you.
Yeah.
And they
6-1 is like, have it.
And but I mean, it was a disaster class for Man United defensively. Like Maguire headed it in his own box, and then
he headed it like a balloon. It was absolutely awful.
And then he fouled Luke Shaw.
He the fact that he's still captaincy, it does question Ollie's management, but he can't even hold a back line.
Nobody can hide in you can talk about the board, but realistically Ole is not the right manager.
No.
The players that they've got aren't good enough. especially defensively. The whole, I wouldn't say the whole team needs a reshuffle, but there needs to be some changes in that team.
It's like you can buy Neymar, Messi, Ronaldo. With that back line, you ain't winning a title.
Exactly. Like, you know, it was kind of like Liverpool in like 17-18. We had a great attack, but we had an awful defence until we brought in Van Dijk. Manchester United thought Maguire was that guy.
Yeah.
He isn't.
Slapped 80 million on him. Absolute flop.
It's not. And I saw on the kickoff as well, I can't remember who his name is. That's really bad. But the Man United fan, he I know you mean. Yeah, he said like if he was 20 million of French, if he was 20 million of French Maguire, he'd been gone by now. Yeah. And that is so true. It's because of the price he was, and because he's English. Yeah. That's why he's not getting like ripped.
Yeah, I mean the fans are ripping
from the press,
but yeah, it's just, they're just backing him. But I think 6-1, they get the penalty. It's all hype. The United fans are like, right, we're going to do well here.
That's when you should be like, okay, let's control the game. Let's not do anything stupid.
And the fact that he's catching
a minute later, they concede. Like it's ridiculous.
He just has to head it back to his keeper, and he just heads it like a balloon. It just goes nowhere, and then
he gives away the foul for the second goal.
Yeah.
Quick, fair play to Harry Kane. Harry Kane's had a very good start to the season, except the Everton game. He's had a very good, you know, he's got Kevin De Bruyne running for his money. He's already, how many assists has he got now? 5?
I think it's 6, isn't it?
6? Well, he got 4 in the Southampton game. But then he got another one this game. But no, then he got 2-1 up, and then it was the red card.
2-1 up, red card. I mean,
red card was not a red card. It was either they both got a red card, or none of them got a red card.
Well, I think it was both of them should have got a yellow. I think it should have been both red or both yellow. Lamella should not have got a yellow.
I think it should have been a yellow. Yeah. I think it should have been a yellow, but I don't think it's definitely not a red. Like, but
it's a disgrace that
but VAR didn't get involved. I don't know why. That was stupid.
It's like gamesmanship, isn't it, or something? When like Lamella just went down like an idiot. Like
but that's Mourinho. Yeah. That's what Mourinho said in the.
He said, "Be aggressive, guys, and just
but you've got to be."
Like, this is football.
I'm not going to repeat what he said, but
but Ollie was saying in his post-match press conference that if that was one of my players or like one of my family members or something, he would have had a goal. Or something.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be happy with it. Yeah. It's like.
Well, it wasn't
but if it was going for you, if Martial went down and then Lamella got a red card, I'm sure you wouldn't be saying the same thing.
Yeah,
it's all relative. But then after that, Spurs scored pretty much straight after the red card as well, didn't they? From another mistake, Bailly tried to play it, I think, to Matic or something, and then Kane intercepted it,
played
passed
out
to Son, and then ran into the box and Son passed it to Kane and had an empty net.
Yeah.
And then Son scored again. Maguire nutmeg.
Yeah. God, he's awful.
And then it was pretty much game over after that. And then Aurier scored.
It was a nice team goal.
It was a nice team goal. It was a really nice goal.
Nice build up. And
then penalty as well to make it 6-1.
Yeah, just all embarrassment. And
but yeah,
even without the red card, they not necessarily would have been 6-1, but it still would have been convincing loss in my opinion.
Yes,
but they really need to kick on, and we'll talk about their transfer window in a minute when we.
Yeah, we'll talk about the deadline day and whatnot in a minute.
Up to your favourite team, getting absolutely battered by a team that
honestly
beat relegation by a point last season.
Honestly, I was at work. And I was just I started watching the game on my break, and then I realised my break was up.
Yeah.
Within like 3 minutes in the game, so I turned it off. Obviously, I didn't know what was happening, but basically, I didn't know this was happening. But we conceded pretty much like a minute later after I turned off the football. I didn't know that. I go on my phone quickly at work, and I check. And I see it's 5-2 to Aston Villa. I'm like...
No, he messaged me.
I'm literally like...
Have you seen the score?
I was like, wait, what's happened here? What's happened here? And then I get another notification from Twitter from Liverpool saying goal Aston Villa. And I thought, okay, it must be for the 5th goal that they've scored. So it must have been like 4-2 and now it's 5-2. I check it says 6-2. I'm like, what the hell? And I was like, oh my God, what's happened? Like, honestly, what has happened? But I saw the highlights and I'm like...
They were like playing such
a high line,
2 yards off them,
and it works if the entire team press. We didn't press, and I think the key. I mean, we missed Mane.
Just balls over the top.
We missed Mane,
Alisson.
We missed Alisson.
You missed him. A leading midfield of Henderson. Henderson was on the bench, wasn't he?
6 weeks. 6 weeks without bloody Alisson. I don't think I can... Merseyside derby. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's over for us. None and void the season.
James Rodriguez is going to be like 40 yards, thank you very much. I'm just going to have a pot.
But like Adrian made the mistake for the first goal, and then there was 3 deflectors. Yeah. I'm going to do a Frank Lampard here. You take away the deflected goals, so 3. You take away Adrian's mistake, it's only 3-2.
Yeah. And if Mane's playing, he scores scores opportunities. Therefore, and if Thiago's playing, the game.
And if Thiago is playing, he'll play that through ball to put Salah in for his hat trick, and it'll be 4-3.
And if Henderson was playing, it'll lift all their heads up after going 1-0 down.
Exactly. But honest to God. But we should have had a penalty at 1-0. I want to make that clear. We should have had a penalty at 1-0. I'm not being biased. It is a penalty. But I don't know, has VAR just had a weekend off? Like, what's going on here? But I mean, that's not going to take away... let's not take away
Villa.
Aston Villa were good.
Yeah.
Let's not take that away.
I mean, you had 70% possession.
We had 70% what they used with their possession. But what they used with their possession was very good. And even though it was 3 deflected shots, the Barkley one was well worked between Barkley and Grealish.
Ran that midfield. I think he's done a really good move going to Villa.
I mean, the McGinn one was kind of unfortunate. The
Grealish one was...
what was... Yeah, the Grealish one on Fabinho.
The first one, yeah.
That was kind of unfortunate. But yeah,
they hit the bar as well. Adrian out of place.
Honestly, oh my god!
Did he move over and then it was?
Yeah, he did. The ball got crossed in. Adrian runs away from the goal, and Watkins just hits the bar in front. Like, what are you doing, mate? The ball's there, and you're here. What are you doing?
And you're stuck with him for 6 weeks. Get Karius back.
I would honestly have Karius. Like, I know it's one mistake from like 3 years ago. Just bring him back.
Well,
2 mistakes from 3 years ago. Just bring him back. But
Bale.
Adrian's only got one year on his contract left. I think he's a free transfer at the end of the season. Thank God.
But I think in terms of what.
But defensively report, like, I saw the first 3 minutes and we didn't look good, and I'm like, this is going to be a shaky defense.
Like, after they played like a couple of balls over the top to like Watkins and
that's what I mean. Like, I saw.
You would think like Klopp would tell the back line, or like they would learn from it at least and be like, let's drop.
But I loved how
and they kept a high line.
I think it was like at 6-2. Klopp was just smiling.
He was like, we're not getting out of this game.
He was just smiling, like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But
you could see after they scored like 3 goals, like, this is going to be a long game.
I'm just so glad it wasn't 8. I'm just so glad it wasn't 8. Like, if it was,
because 7.
If it was 8, but if it was 8, that 8 to be Liverpool. Like, honestly, the memes for the next 2 weeks would have been painful. But we need to. And then Richarlison.
It just shows though how competitive the Premier League is.
And then Richarlison tweeted out that image of him with the number 7 on the back. Haha, very funny. See you at Merseyside, mate.
Better forget that when he scores a hat trick.
We're really dark right now, Jesus. Apologies for the poor lighting, but yeah, we were very poor. Can we move on to transfers? So let's move on to transfers. So Manchester United, we'll start with them.
Yes,
leaving their business to deadline day again, and still not providing enough.
It's just like, if you go over to watch like things like United Stand and things like that, they explain it well. Like, obviously they have their opinions and their fan base is divided. Things like people like who want Ole to go, Ole to stay. But the thing is, they haven't backed Ole. It's what they do with managers all the time. Is they don't get in the top 4, they spend money, and then they get into the top 4, and then you think, right, they could progress and spend loads of money to try and challenge, and then they promise all these things. Like Edward Wood said last year, that okay, we've not made top 4, we've got a 3-year plan, so we're going to bring in young talent, that's all we want to buy, and then they go and announce that they want to come out Sancho as their number 1 target. They know their target is 108 million and they just pay it, and then they put in a bid that's just ridiculous and they're just going to reject it straight away. And then they know the price target. They thought Dortmund was joking about that 11 or so August like deadline of when they wanted Sancho, and Dortmund they've already like
Dortmund
done a hat-trick against him with Bellingham, Haaland and now Sancho. And it's just a joke. And now,
but I mean it's in the ball's in Dortmund's court. Like, they have the choice whether to sell him or not. And if they've set that deadline, they're going to mean it, because if they like 2 days before deadline, or like on deadline day, Man United like, okay, let's do 108 million pounds for Sancho, then screw it. Like, but then it's like, well, we don't have time to find a replacement. Of course the deadline is a deadline, because otherwise they wouldn't have enough time to find a replacement. And I know they've got like Reina or whatever his name is.
They probably would have gone for like Zaha or someone, just grabbed him and just on something. But
I guess they could have. Yeah, I guess they could have got Zaha. But
it's just their board isn't football. They don't know like how football works. They don't understand it, and they see this promise of bringing young talent in last year, and then they go and sign a 33-year-old Cavani who's past his prime, washed up. He's like played like 20 games or something last season for PSG. He's not getting picked. He's Mbappe's starting to name.
Well, he hasn't played since like March, right?
He's injury prone. He
hasn't played since like March or April.
And the fact he's given the number 7 shirt is an absolute farce from the. Like, I don't think he's going to end the curse.
Well, it would have gone to Sancho, wouldn't it? But no,
that didn't happen. I mean, and then they were in for like Dembele.
He's going to get number 7, but at Liverpool. Let's go. Sancho 2021. But no,
I think he's off to La Liga.
The only no, I think
Real Madrid
we'll be in with a good chance of him next season. I think it will mean we'll have to sell Salah, which I don't want, but what can you do, hey? Unless we change our formation, but I don't know. Anyway, but they did sign Telles, who's a good left back.
Ollie didn't get a single
they needed a centre back.
He didn't get Grealish who he wanted, didn't get Sancho who he wanted, didn't get Haaland who he wanted. They all went to other clubs.
There's people here, they never were going to get Haaland.
They
were going to get Haaland.
It's so obvious.
They weren't going to get Haaland.
No, I think honestly they were. He had a meeting with him. He went over and met him, like he's Norwegian and all this and that. He went over and met him. They had talks with him.
Yeah, but I didn't believe that. Like, I didn't believe the Sancho one. I didn't believe Haaland one.
The issue was just because the board didn't want to spend money on him. I was like, idiot. But anyway, so with just the board just lying and then spending all this money in that deadline day, and then they panic, and then they always wash out like they did it with David Moyes, Van Gaal, they've done Mourinho, and now they've done it with Ollie. But basically they just don't get the top 4, they get in the top 4 instead of progressing to fight for a title and close the gap on City and especially Liverpool.
When it came,
so only the gap's just grown now.
We're like with Liverpool, we won the league. We've gone out and got a world-class midfielder, squad depth in the left back, and squad depth in the forward line, which is good business for us, whilst also getting rid of some deadwood. Man City went out, bought a defender. They needed a defender. They went out and got it. Yes, the price was a bit much, but they still got it.
As well.
And they got Ake, so they got backup in that position as well.
And they replaced Sane.
And they replaced Sane and Ferran Torres. Obviously, we don't know how well he's going to do, but 20-25 million pounds.
Good prospect.
That's fine.
Yeah. The thing is, like, it's just they all these other teams, like, there's a solid, like, say 18, not 7, maybe probably 6 teams that have better squads than United now, and it's going to be very hard for them. And every time they get into the Champions League, it's just the United stand completely right. They say we've got the Adidas agreement. We've got the money from being in the Champions League. We're going to get the viewership. We'll raise money because of COVID.
Yeah, if you look at the teams, you would say Liverpool, Man City, Tottenham, Chelsea, Arsenal, probably Everton could beat that Man United team. Probably one or two other players. Like if Aston
Palace has proved they can beat him.
Palace as well, yeah. Probably Aston Villa as well, to be honest. If they can score 7 against us.
Mid-table for them, mate. And they're 16th. They've an awful start. It looks like the players aren't playing for Ollie anymore.
And they do have a game in hand, which is against Burnley. And I would assume that they would beat them because Burnley have done bugger all transfer business. But like it's what I don't get is also like they went on a good run, sure, last season after the lockdown. But they played like mid-table teams. They played Brighton. They played Aston Villa, who obviously now they are good, but they played Aston Villa at a time where they weren't looking great. So like it wasn't like, oh yeah, they're beating Tottenham, Man City. I was going to say Man U. They're beating themselves. Well, they are beating themselves, but Man United need to really reshuffle
Really, they basically just need new owners, mate. But they're not going to. They're not going to do it. They're not going to get owners. It's happened before where they get the hashtag Glazers out, they get the boards out, they get the banners out, and then they don't care. Like, they're owning the club, and then what they think is like Cavani will come in, all the plastic fans and that will just overshadow like the serious fans, and literally just be like, we've got Cavani in, Alex Telles. Like, I think they'll probably go to a back five now with Alex Telles and Luke Shaw as a left centre back, because that's what they've done before, to play Luke Shaw and Telles, and then you've got Maguire, and then you have Baye or Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka on the right, and then they can
Pogba and McTominay,
or they could go with the diamond to play both.
They should go Van der Beek, but they don't play him.
I like to see the diamond with Van der Beek, Bruno and Pogba all playing with Matic back four, and then have like Cavani's in.
Would you go to two up front?
Well, that's what the diamond is, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. But like, should they go two up front with?
Well, I would like to see it. Maybe like a Carabao Cup game or something, or like a domestic cup game where.
Well, those are the only games they've won plus Brighton.
Like, they could try that with Cavani and Rashford up top, say, and then when Martial comes back, they'll have to just compete for the roles of Greenwood and that. I mean, Dan James, they should have sold. I don't get it. They were 20 million short. Sell Dan James to Leeds, who wanted to bid 25 million, and use that money to then pay for Sancho. Simple logic. They didn't do it. Now they're screwed, and now they haven't got Sancho, which could have helped them to go further. And they were panicking on deadline day, tried to get Dembele in. For Man United's sake, that's good they didn't actually sign him, because he's injury prone, and he's just not worth the money. But now they're paying 250k. Like, they get rid of Sanchez, which is great for the wages he's on. Then they're going to spend it on a 33-year-old washed-up striker. Yeah, it's just stupid.
Let's move on from Man United, because Arsenal. I was about to say Arsenal. Yeah, they did some good business on deadline day with Thomas Partey.
Thomas Partey looked like it. They said they tried to get him earlier in the transfer window, and then they said, right, we've not good.
Well, I don't get that. If you're, obviously they got him, and it's a good signing. But why on deadline day? If you're
they tried to get that Ori, whatever his name is.
Oh, Uwa,
yeah.
Yeah, but I think they wanted both anyway.
And then it didn't work.
So, but if
have it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you were so passionate about getting them both, and you knew Thomas Partey, and you were happy to pay Thomas Partey's release clause, why not pay it earlier? I don't get it.
At the end of the day, he's there. And Simone wasn't happy at all.
No, yeah,
he was fuming.
Yeah, he was gonna do something with that cannon, wasn't he? But no, it's a great signing for them. 45 million for a very good midfielder. Yeah. I guess he'll be like Ceballos, but like he's basically like when Ceballos goes back to Real Madrid next season.
I think they should sign Ceballos.
Yeah, but I mean, I think Real Madrid will keep him because if he has another fairly decent season like he did last season, I'm sure they'll probably keep him. But did they do any other business, Arsenal? Did they release anyone? Anything?
Guendouzi went to
Berlin. Yeah, that was it.
If we go back to Man United quickly, I mean they did sign Diallo Traore, didn't they?
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
he's meant to be like the next Messi or something.
That's for January, isn't it?
Yeah, they couldn't organise it to sign, and then they also signed the move.
I loved it. They were like, their announcement was like, we've signed Traore subject to a work permit and whatnot. I was like, so basically you've signed him, but you haven't actually signed him because you need everything for him to sign. But
they also signed another 18-year-old and a Uruguayan, Facundo Pelestri.
Who?
Exactly.
whatever. No one cares. But no, Arsenal had an okay deadline day. Trying to think who else signed players on deadline day, because I don't really know. We offloaded a couple of players. We offloaded Grujic.
Rafinha went to Leeds as a done deal. Moise Kean went to PSG on loan.
Yes, saw that.
Douglas Costa
went back to Bayern, and then who went to...
Ruben Loftus-Cheek went to Fulham.
Yeah. So, yeah,
and so did Anderson.
Some interesting signings and whatnot on deadline day, but...
Rafinha has joined PSG on a permanent deal from
Barca. Barca, yeah. I think it was either a 3 or like 3 million or something like that. But yeah,
and then you got Felipe Anderson joined Porto from West Ham on loan.
Milan Sarr, the Chelsea defender that gets on a free, he's gone to Porto, as has Marco Grujic from Liverpool. But not much, to be fair, happened on deadline day. There were big stories, but
some clubs like
it was only really Party and it was only Arsenal, Man United that were the major ones really. There was a couple. And Cavani. Well, we were talking about Cavani.
I mean, still got like free agents like Jack Wilshere and all that.
Jack Wilshere terminated his contract.
Went back to Southampton, didn't he?
Theo Walcott went back to Southampton on loan. Everton signed Ben Godfrey from Norwich.
And Deulofeu, he went from Watford to like some
Udinese.
Yeah.
And then there was something else as well. I can't remember. I literally had it in my head. I can't remember. Whatever. Clearly, it wasn't important. But who would you say has had the best transfer window out of the Premier League clubs?
Chelsea.
Okay, fair enough.
It's an easy one, wasn't it?
Fair enough. Oh yeah, but like
if I take into consideration the club,
in terms of like
how much money they
think
can
about,
spend.
you need to think about how much money they spent, what players they've signed.
If we just say whether
or not it's strength, let's not be real. Chelsea have probably had the best window.
Yeah.
But they
everything
have
in consideration,
but they have spent a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously they have the money to do that because they've had it from not having a transfer window last season. But
if you take everything into consideration, I do fancy Aston Villa.
Aston Villa have had a good one. I'd also say we've had a good one. I wouldn't say we're the best one, but we've had a good one. Arsenal haven't had a bad window. I don't know who else. Have Man City have a good window? They haven't got a left back.
I think they got what they needed and what they wanted.
No, I think they need a left back.
Well, they've got many. I do rate Zinchenko as left back. It's just,
he's not a left back though. He's a midfielder. He's actually an attacking midfielder.
When he plays left back, I do like him.
But they need a left back.
But Mendy is awful.
But they need a left back.
I would just like to see Zinchenko play for left back because he's not getting in that midfield with the players they've got: Rodri, Fernandinho, Phil Foden, Kevin De Bruyne, Gundogan.
No,
he's not getting in there.
Okay, let's move on. So we talked about. Is there anything else football-wise? No, not really. Well, there's international break. Well, there is the
few people didn't like. Was Reece James always in the England squad? Or is he just taken?
He's just come in because of what's happened.
But I think Abraham, Chilwell, and Sancho. They're not taking
part in the Wales game.
No, but there's no more further investigation. So I think they'll be back for the.
Is there not?
Nations League?
Okay, right. But yeah, Sancho, Chilwell, and Abraham thought, why not have a party with more than 6 people?
Apparently, someone organised it for Tammy Abraham's 23rd birthday. And
absolute idiots.
Sancho came out and said that he was unaware of the amount of people going there. Like, it's a party and you're famous. There's going to be people there, isn't there?
Well, let's do the maths here. No more than 6 people. You've got you, Chilwell, and Abraham. So there's at least 3 more people. If you think that party is going on 6 people, what are you on? Oh my god! But yeah, what is it with England players and?
I don't know. Well, they had Harry Kane and the he's obviously the captain of England and the obviously coaching staff and Southgate having a meeting today with the team to discuss basically
stop being idiots.
Yeah, with the punishments and what's going to happen with why all the English players Carl Walker did it, Grealish did it, and obviously
how old is Chilwell?
How old is he?
Yeah,
he's got to be young, like 23, 24, no older than that.
Why is it always the young?
Anyway,
why is it always the young ones?
You know, because they're party.
Foden, Greenwood first, and now
Foden, Greenwood, or Carl Walker. You know, he's coming on.
He's 23. He's 23. Yeah. Chilwell.
So Carl Walker, Grealish, Greenwood, Phil Foden, Abraham, Sancho, and Chilwell. So yeah. I mean, it's good that all the English players get along, but I mean, not in the right way.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just so stupid. Like we had Foden and Greenwood. You should have literally.
They can't say like a country, it's a dream country, and then you go and violate it by just.
Yeah. But Reece James deserves to call up anyway. Reece James deserves to call up. But it's another right back.
Yeah, like Wan-Bissaka's not in form at the moment at all. No. So Reece James, I think.
I'm surprised Maguire. I would after that Tottenham game. Maguire that one.
Yeah, I'm not even being funny. Maguire should be stripped of captaincy from Man United. I wouldn't even play a centre back. Like Les Lindelof's terrible, but after that performance, they'll probably go for back 5. Alex Tellers, Luke Shaw, Maguire, and Bye. But I'll play.
Can we stop talking about Man United? Let's stop talking about Man United.
It's a shambles of a club.
Let's stop talking about them because
I mean,
but no.
From what I'll ask you a question. From what you've seen so far, who would you start for England going into the Euros?
Not Jordan Pickford.
No.
Even Nick Pope or Dean Henderson, but Dean Henderson needs to play. So at the moment, I'll say Nick Pope.
He's just waiting for De Gea.
I'll say Nick Pope.
Yeah.
But Dean Henderson.
Well, Burnley
could
had a
be
good
there.
start to the season.
Burnley having a good start, but Pope is playing.
Up.
That's what I mean. Like, Pope is playing, but it's not his fault. Dean Henderson's on the bench. Right back, Trent or James.
Yeah. Trent.
I'll be happy with either, but Trent, because he's got a good cross.
Yeah.
Centre backs, Gomez.
I like Tyrone Mings.
Yeah.
I mean, if Tomori gets gameplay, maybe because he's quick, but
maybe.
I don't know if he'll get in the squad.
Would you maybe Kings? They've had a good start. Would you say?
And then left back just Chilwell.
Left back Chilwell.
Shaw, if Man United kick on and Shaw gets on,
not sure.
It's just none of their players are in form.
Not sure.
I like it when it's in form. It's just not.
I was going to suggest somebody at centre back, and I can't remember. Oh yeah, Connor Cody.
He's a decent player, bench player.
Basically, not Maguire.
Midfield.
Henderson.
I can't believe Maddison's not in the squad yet. He loves Mason Mount though. You know, like Lampard and Southgate, they love a Mason Mount.
I saw a meme where it was like Jack Grealish when he scores a hat trick and gets a hat trick and assist, and it's just Gareth Southgate writing Mason Mount on his piece of paper. But
I want to see Henderson and Grealish and Maddison as a front three, as a midfield three.
I wouldn't mind that, but I think it'll be a bit too attacking. I think Henderson will have to do a lot of work.
Do you think we need a CDM? Our defence.
I think Henderson would be the CDM, but I think we need a box-to-box midfielder as well.
Grealish can play box-to-box.
Yeah, but I think he'll go up. He'll go forward.
He does get back a lot.
He plays left wing. He plays left wing for Villa. But I'd say Henderson, Grealish, and
Foden, if he's in form.
No.
The Ox, if he's back in form. Do you think Ox would get back in the England squad?
Ox hasn't even played for us. I don't think.
I know, but like when is he still injured, or is he just not playing?
I think he's injured at the moment.
If he comes back and gets into some, if he gets games,
I think he should have gone in the summer. I don't see him getting the team. Not anything against him, but I just don't see.
I think he'll play out some cups. If he finds some form, then he may again.
The injury he got.
If Barkley plays well for Villa, I think it's a good move for him. He's in the shout. He's a good player, but I mean, he's not a defensive midfielder.
And front three, Kane,
Stone, Sancho.
Yeah.
But then you've got Rashford. You've got a lot of attackers now.
Rashford, Danny Ings, Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah, Calvert-Lewin.
Barnes.
Vardy, if he comes back.
He's not coming back.
Harvey Barnes, and then you also.
All I'm saying is, as soon as Vardy's not joining England, look at what he's doing at Leicester. You know, I'm just saying.
I would take Vardy. If I had 6 attackers, I would literally take Kane, Sancho, Sterling, Vardy, Calvert-Lewin, and
Rashford.
Yeah, Rashford.
I mean, you've got Danny Ings.
When Greenwood's in form, he's really good, but at the moment, the whole United team is a bit shambles.
I loved as well, like, I think Paul Scholes put on Instagram, like, I know these boys made a mistake. Obviously, he was referring to Foden and Greenwood. I know these boys made a mistake, but you can't leave them out.
Yeah.
Well, you can, because they haven't had a good start.
The reason why they went on the squad was because of they cocked up. It wasn't because they weren't playing well.
Well, I think it also was because they weren't playing well. You're telling me Greenwood deserved it? They would have got in
if they didn't do that thing.
You're telling me Greenwood deserved it over the players that are currently in the squad?
They would have got in.
I don't think Greenwood would have got in.
I think they would have.
I don't think Greenwood would have got in.
Did James Ward-Prowse get in?
Yeah.
What's he done?
But he got in before anyway. He got in as well as Foden.
Has Henderson deserved to get in? He hasn't played this season.
No, but Henderson is
Greenwood.
No, but Henderson's proven. Henderson is like, you play him, you're going to get something good out of him.
When Greenwood's in form, he's one of the best strikers in the world. I don't even care what people say. He's unbelievable. Get him on his right and left foot. He's literally a prospect. You can make all that face. He is unbelievable. Trust me. If he's in form, if I'm him, I'm leaving United.
He is a good prospect. Yes. I wouldn't say he's the best striker in the world.
Oh, no,
that is a massive shout.
I never say he's the best striker in the world.
You've just said that.
No,
you said on his day he's the best striker.
He's one of.
That's still saying he's up there. Like, no.
Yes, I don't care what people say. He is unbelievable.
No.
He takes free kicks from 30 yards with his left and right foot. He can take penalties with left and right foot.
Whoopie do. You can use both feet. Wow.
That is such a big attribute.
You're not the first player to do that. You won't be the last.
Honestly, I watch him. He is so good. He is unbelievable. The way he finds like little pockets of space like Messi is incredible. When he's playing well...
I want to see something more quick.
In a team... If he was in like a City team or a Liverpool team or he was in a Real Madrid team, he'll be bagging 30 goals. Easy.
We need to move on from football because
he's an 18-year-old kid. I think by the time he's 20, he'll be like Haaland, banging in goals. Guarantee it.
I want to see something real quick.
We
need to move off from football pretty quickly. I just want to see something.
He is a future.
Yeah, it's got 5-star weak foot on FIFA 21. Yeah. So. I don't see where the weak foot was on FIFA.
Disrespect.
But also, FYI, I was meant to have a video out on FIFA last week, but the face cam wasn't doing great. So I'm going to upload a video. Well, probably Friday actually. So when this video comes out, it should be out in the next couple of hours afterwards because Once to Watch will be out. So yeah, but that will be the start of my series. Team Thiago. Let's go.
Well, you need to buy him first. He's not extinct anymore. So.
No, he's not extinct anymore, but he's like 35k, 40k.
But then,
but hopefully I can get his Once to Watch.
But I get it on Friday, so I think.
Touch wood.
I think next week.
I need it.
Fuck's sake, Joe.
Touch wood. There we go. Okay. So let's move on from football. Let's talk about. We don't do anything political, but we will talk about Trump because he has got COVID.
Yeah, and he's out. Well, yeah. Apparently, he's at this medication that no one else has been given. Apparently, one person has been given it now.
Shock.
Yeah. No, it's fine again, but I mean, I know he's still got it. Not doing his 10 days.
But yeah, he.
Was this quote he came out the other day, like this morning or something, saying that they tested my DNA and it wasn't DNA, it was USA or something.
Oh my god. If that's the case, did he tweet that out?
I can't remember.
Let me go on Twitter for it because I can't find it on his Twitter.
So my dad was telling me someone like my brother apparently found it this morning, and I was just like, really? I can't believe it. But it sounded like something he would say.
It is such a Trump thing to say though. But anyway.
We'll look later.
Apologies for that cut. My dog intervened. Trump has got COVID. He seems better now, but obviously we don't. I mean, we won't go political in this, but Trump is a very
amazing businessman. Questionable.
He's a very
world leader.
He's a very
politician.
What's the one? Divided person in terms of like his opinion. People's opinions are divided on him.
It's like Central America generally like him. The further more towards the coast.
So basically he's a very divided person.
There's a couple of old people going for Trump and Biden. Biden's 78. I think Biden's winning at the moment and he's extending his lead just to how Donald Trump's basically ran America with COVID, saying like we're just going to learn to live with it, and like they've ever had
we're just going to learn to live. Yeah, let's just live with it, guys.
Over 200,000 deaths or something in the USA now. It's terrible, but
that's awful. But yeah, so he's a very divisive character, but. Obviously, we don't wish anyone.
I've been in Trump Tower in New York, and he's got one of the cheapest coffees in New York.
Great.
He gets $2.50.
He gets my vote.
He's a people's person. He's an excellent businessman, politician. Not that good.
Yeah,
he's a very, there was I was told to watch a series that came out recently.
There's a saying: if you don't have to be a good politician, you've got money. Yeah. And that's what Trump's got.
Daniel, do you know Dan Bilzerian? Do you know who had him?
No.
Oh well, you just look him up. But the people who do know Dan Bilzerian, he said one day he wants to go. He wants to run for president. He just needs like $1 billion.
Bill. Oh, the actor.
No.
What? Wait, who?
Huh?
Who?
Dan Bilzerian.
Him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an American actor.
Not an actor?
It literally says he's an American actor.
What's he done? Acting.
Movies.
What's his movies?
Lone Survivor, The Equalizer, Extraction, Cat 1 2.
Hang on a minute.
Look!
Oh, he was on Lone Survivor, wasn't he?
Yeah,
I've never seen The Equalizers.
There you go. He's 40.
Well, he's almost 40. Well, he's a famous guy. He's not known for his acting. Basically, he won a poker tournament. Only has played poker, and he basically won all the toys and stuff. And then he beat like a world champion, something, got famous. Now he owns brands, and he did a podcast with True Geordie, so you can look that up. And he basically just hires all like these. He just has all these models working for him, and he just travels the world. Was there Charles Well with all of loads of like
was
fit
that
girls?
On a TV show, or was that is that another thing?
I don't know.
Or maybe that was another thing. But yeah, obviously we wish nobody to get COVID. But you know, hopefully he makes a speedy recovery.
Yeah.
But hopefully he's not.
I just hate it when the government keeps saying like, when we get this vaccine, we'll go out to the wall. But stop saying when we get this vaccine. That might not be for a year, 6 months, 2 years, 5 years, ever. Like, stop giving the country hope while people are dying.
But yeah, there was also another thing where he did a drive-by around the hospital in a car, where he did like wave at the press and whatnot, and there was some controversy around it about whether he should have done it or not. Obviously, he shouldn't have done it because you're kind of affecting the guy that's driving.
Yeah,
and if there's anyone else in the car, I'm assuming there wasn't.
It's alright. He's got a mask.
It's fine, guys.
Don't worry about me.
Yeah, it's over my nose. It's fine.
Yeah. But spraying my face with tan. It's my barrier.
Jesus,
the logic of Trump.
My hair's my mouth.
Drink disinfectant. It will cure you.
That's what you say. Oh my god. Yeah, that will cure you.
Yeah.
And kill you.
He's I think the Joe Biden, not Joe, is his name Joe Biden? It's just Biden, but his first name. But,
Joe Biden, yeah.
Yeah, Joe Biden he's getting more. I think apparently according to BBC News and that, he's getting more votes, and not more votes, but you know, like more following over Trump, which people just want him out. People want him to stay. Let's make America great. Thing is, in America, I'm not like saying it, but like all the American leaders, like everything they say, like the best in the world at everything, but whenever they get beat or they're like people don't consider them the best at everything, they get very defensive.
It's on the 3rd of November, the election, so let's just under a month. It'll be interesting to see
don't
what
forget
happens.
You speak our language. So it's just made a little comment there about the Americans.
Okay. I'll have to,
very relevant comment as well.
I'll have to watch that back.
But anything else?
I don't really know what else. Films, Cineworld, they're closing.
Yes.
So films are...
Batman's gone back to 2022.
The Dune, is it called, from Warner Brothers? That film's got pushed.
Yeah,
that's got changed to Batman's date, 1st of October.
One film's been pushed forward. I can't remember what it was. It was pushed forward 4 months.
No idea. Have you seen...
Let me have a look.
Have you seen the trailer for... I'm trying to remember what it's called. Free Guys. Or Free Guy.
The film?
The trailer for the film Free Guy.
Is it Fall Guys then? No.
No, not Fall Guys.
Fall Guys coming soon.
Cool. But no, for Free Guy, it's Ryan Reynolds. It's when he's in a video game. It does look quite funny. It does look quite funny. It's got it's got Ryan Reynolds. It's got Taika Waititi in it.
Can't wait till Deadpool 3 comes out though.
Well, yeah, that'll be good as well. But no, it does look quite good. But yeah, films keep getting delayed, which is a shame. Bond got delayed to. Yeah, all right. Can we stop? He's just showed me a Liverpool photo. The little. Yeah. I'm not going to swear. But James Bond got delayed as well. That got delayed to April or May. Can't remember.
Black Widow was April, I think.
No, Black Widow was May, so it's probably April then.
I swear. I can't remember.
No, Black Widow was May, so April is James Bond then.
Yeah.
Because I think it was meant to be April this year, so yeah.
It's so annoying, isn't it?
Yeah, but they weren't going to get money, were they?
Chris Pratt released the cast for the Jurassic Park. The film was coming out.
He released the cast?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
The next one that's coming out. It's basically all the original characters back. So, yeah, 2022, I believe. So, just look it up. The film. I think it's called Dominion or something.
Yeah, 2022. Oh yeah, Sam Neill's back. Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, they got some of
the kids aren't back from the first one though. Like his parent, was it like the parents or something? I don't know. They were like the nieces and not nieces, the nephews of like Bronze character.
I know who you mean.
From like Jurassic World.
So do we know what it's about or like?
Well, it's basically just at the end of the Falling Kingdom. They basically just it was literally the reason why it's called Jurassic World. It's still like Jurassic Park 4, Jurassic 4, 5, 6. the 4th, 5th and 6th film of the franchise, but at the end of the 5th film they basically just escaped into the world, didn't they? So it's basically, it is now a Jurassic World, isn't it? So,
yeah, that was a bit of a meh film, to be honest, but
yeah, it wasn't the best film.
It's because they just copied and pasted pretty much what they did in the first film. In Jurassic World, I mean.
Yeah, just another hybrid.
Yeah, let me create another dinosaur. Because that worked the first time, didn't it?
I think it was hard, but I think this...
Well, this one will be interesting because now they've actually got an idea. Like, they've got dinosaurs in the world. Wow. Eiffel Tower's going to get destroyed. Big Ben's probably going to get destroyed. London Eye, Tower Bridge.
T-Rex is going to go on a swarm and just
Great Pyramid of Gizas.
T-Rex Simulator. Kill everyone.
Little arms.
I'll ask you a question. This is like not off topic, still about films, but like, have you ever watched a film that's like generally made you like upset, like emotional?
Has made me cry?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can name you 2 that have made me very, very emotional.
Go on.
The Pursuit of Happiness.
I haven't seen it.
Will Smith and his son James Smith. It's a true story. His son.
I still haven't seen it, but okay.
It's basically about, viewers may have seen it, but it's basically about he goes homeless and his wife leaves him. And basically he's trying to find a job, and his son is actually played by his real son, James.
Yeah.
And he tries so hard to basically work for his son, and they keep moving from place to place. They keep getting kicked out of motels and hotels and things, end up having to live on the street. And then basically, I won't spoil what happens at the end if you haven't seen it. But yeah, it's very emotional, lots of ups and downs, mainly downs, and you'll like the film.
Okay, I'll look.
It's really good. And the next one is Jack Frost.
Oh my god,
mate! Michael Keaton, why's he got to do that to me?
I don't know if you've seen this though. Have you seen Up?
Yeah.
You didn't cry?
No.
Are you mad?
It is up emotional.
Are you mad? I watched that like a year ago and it still made me cry, man. Like, that was so...
It is upsetting, but it didn't make me cry.
First 10 minutes.
It's just animation in it.
Are you mad? That's real life, man. That is real life. Just animated. That can happen to you in real life. That is so upsetting.
What?
No, but that first 10 minutes is genuinely upsetting. Like, they went pretty much their entire life knowing each other and loving each other.
She dies.
And she just... Oh, it's so heartbreaking. Like, I can't believe you haven't cried at that. That is... Oh, you're dead inside if you don't cry at that. No, I'm sorry.
Did you actually cry to it?
I cried at that. Yeah, that was so sad. That was honestly so sad. Honestly, that was ridiculously sad.
You know, I found that pissed me off though, is when Lightning McQueen in Cars 3 didn't actually race. It ended up just with a random car at the end.
Oh wow, that's really weird, yeah.
What a shambles!
Well, whatever. Don't hit the thing because the mic.
Shambles.
But yeah, I think that was kind of a pointless film, Cars 3. Like, it didn't need to happen. I don't think it needed to happen. Another film that didn't happen was Finding Dory. I didn't think it needed to.
I actually watched it and liked it. I'm not even.
I haven't seen it, and I don't want to see it because I'm just like, I don't care.
It's not better than Finding Nemo, but it's a decent film.
I haven't seen it, and I'm not going to see it because I don't care for it.
Dory just keeps swimming, just keeps swimming, and it's all that. It's a decent film.
That's what it is. Okay, great. I don't need to see it anymore. But I think we're about done for this episode. I don't know what else there is to talk about. You can tell we're really prepared for this one.
Well, I mean,
let's just talk about us. What have you been getting up to lately, Charlie?
Well, considering everything's locking up again, not really much.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, mates gone off to uni, some haven't. Yeah, nothing really.
Great.
Wait for that FIFA 21 coming in 2 days. But when obviously FIFA comes in 2021,
I've already got FIFA 21.
Yeah, I know. But when it comes, we'll probably start our
Road to Glory. Yeah.
Things. Oh yeah.
Well, that means we're gonna have like. I want to do a career mode as well. So that's means.
But when I first looked at it, it's not actually co-op. When I first told it was co-op ultimate, it's not like I thought it was like you can make your own team. It's not. It's actually just you can have someone play with you to help you on your ultimate team, isn't it? You just play with 2 players.
Yeah, that's what I stated to you last week.
Yeah. It was like I was like.
Yeah, so it's not like you two have one own ultimate team.
Yeah.
That
when
you
they first announced it, I
was like, no. The database that they have will not be able to hold that. But
so, if one of us are having a bad day, it was like, well, you could just hop on and help me out.
Yeah. But yeah. So if we need to complete some objectives and whatnot, we can do that. Yeah. But I think that's quite good anyway because it's quite good like a Road to Glory thing. and you help each other out.
I can get quite serious like without it. If you're playing with a mate, it can just be a bit of a laugh, can't it?
I'm not in shots, sorry.
Apparently the ultimate now on squad battles is like really, really hard now. And apparently like the fake pass or whatever shot or like step over glitch is apparently still there.
Yeah, I think there's still a few things. Pace is still a massive thing, but there's still a few
and apparently the goalkeeper now is literally just saves every penalty. That's that Matt HD Gamer basically it was a penalty shootout. He's never won a penalty shootout. Literally, he plays on Legendary. He's never won a penalty shootout. He sent the.
That's the difficulty.
I know, but like it's never meant to be like that. Like everywhere he goes, like it's saved pretty much like 9 times out of time. So he sent the footage off to EA, and apparently they're going to fix it. So we'll see. But I don't know, the fight game. I mean, you're not really into your boxing or that lot, but
no.
Joyce, Daniel Dubois, we're back to November. I'm looking forward to that. I mean,
I need to play Among Us again. I haven't played that in a little while. You know, I need to play Among Us again.
What, on your phone? No, or have you bought it on your computer?
I've got it on PC. Yeah, I did record a video, but it didn't work. Or did it work? No, I recorded it in the wrong format. That was it. So yeah. So yeah, more Among Us will be on my channel. FIFA 21. Team Thiago, I keep on saying Thiago's team. Team Thiago, Road to Glory 1 and a career mode for Liverpool. Manager career mode. Make sure we went for 2-7 against Aston Villa that game. But yeah, that is about it. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment what you guys want us to talk about. Check out our social media accounts, Twitter and Instagram. Links will be in the description below, as well as our channels as well. Go ahead and subscribe over there as well.
Absolutely.
But thank you guys so much for watching, and girls, thank you everyone for so much for watching.
2020, man.
I know. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I've been Joe.
I have been Charlie.
And we'll see you guys in the next episode. I say guys again. We'll see you everyone in the next episode. Take care everyone.
In a bit.